This quick video will give you an overview of our web-based document management software, hopefully specifically for the way you guys operate within the different PDFs in which you told me on our call last Friday. So our web-based software, you're going to log in the same way you would do with your username and password. It's going to look a little different initially. This is our dashboard or homepage, if you will. And it can be set up for each user to have their specific view. So for instance, I did a save search by entering a client last name, and that'll bring up their folder. Or if you want to look at new due diligence documents, if you will, these can be shared with the different employees within the company, or you can have your own by configuring the permissions. But in the same sense, our web-based software is similar to our desktop software, where you're going to have your drawers over here on your left. In those drawers, you're going to have your folders. And then within that folder, you're going to have your documents or subfolders, if you will. So it's going to act the same way. And this is my, quick little demo environment. So I realize it's probably not the same way yours is set up, but it should illustrate that, you'll have your drawers, folders, and documents. So adding documents, you can do this in one of three ways. You can scan directly to the cloud by hitting scan. It'll load what we call our document capture portal. It's just like the scanning portal. I don't have a scanner hooked up right now, so I'll simulate a scan. So you can do a set of documents. So this is one document. It's going to upload 17 different pages. And let's say they are out of order. I can simply highlight and click the first page and drag it to wherever I want to. And then I can select that as a thumbnail preview. And if I messed up, I can bring it back. I can pretend that if I have two documents within this set of pages, I can right click, hit split to separate them out, to do like batch scanning. If I made a mistake, I can merge them previously. I can save all of them. It's going to upload a preview of the document, so I can click on it. It'll load its preview. I can select my drawer, and I know you probably have, I think something around 200 something folders if my notes are correct. So instead of just kind of, I know I only have 3 here, scrolling down, we can type in the last name and it'll bring it right up. Click on that folder, and then it's going to ask you to index the document the same way you would normally. Mine are probably a little different. So I'm going to select my indexes, click finish, and it will upload the document. So scanning is pretty much the same way you would do it in the desktop client. We can do batch scanning as well, so you can do multiple documents at one time. And here's our document. So you can scan. The other way, if you have a file that is already digital, maybe on your desktop, you can simply drag and drop into the program as well. So I'll select my file. Let's just do a different one. And then the purple row will highlight what folder it goes into. I'm going to choose a random document type, and in the same way, it will load directly into the program. Now, if I are reading my notes correctly, you might be getting some PDFs via email. So if you have Outlook, you can right-click, hit Save. Document Manager 5 is our web-based product, and Document Manager is our desktop product, so you only have one of these will pop up. Hit Select. It's going to ask me what I want to save. I can save the email, which is titled Invoice to be Paid, or I can save the PDF, or I can save both. So in this case, I'll just save the PDF. And then in the same way, I can select my drawer, select my folder, and then index it the same way. So you can drag and drop, you can integrate with Outlook or any Office product, and you can scan directly into the software. I know this is kind of a quick overview, so I can kind of go into more detail if you have any questions. Within these three ways of getting documents into the software, you can then search by document and folder the same way you do now within Document Manager, or you can create save searches. So I'm on my dashboard. I can hit my little search by client folder. I'm going to enter the client's last name. So I'll say Chappie. It'll bring up their folder. I made a subfolder just for the sake of the demo. I can access all of the documents. I can open the document. I wanted to show you really quickly within the software, if for whatever reason the pages are out of order, or you want to add to an existing document, we can add and append at the beginning, at the end, or in the middle. Or I can reorder them and say page 1 goes to page 2, or vice versa. I can undo or cancel if I made a mistake, or I can hit save. It'll automatically update the document. It's just another tool that you can use within Document Manager instead of printing. However, I know if you have, like 160 pages, it gets a little bit harder, especially in this format, to see specifically what's in each document. So in that case, I can select my documents here. Let's just say I have 3 of them, and I want to create that due diligence, I guess document, final document, if you will. I'm going to click on my arrow, which gives me a previewer. So I can do one of 2 things. I can export all 3 of these documents into a PDF, and it's going to take a second to download. And then I'll tell the system where I want it to be saved. Then from there, I can take that PDF, open up my scan portal, then I can open up my scanner, and it's going to automatically import it into the software. So it says there's 17 different pages. You might have, I think like you said the other day, maybe 160 pages. That's fine. And then I can choose to fit to the window or fit to the width of the window, whatever you prefer, or you can fit to the height of the window. Select a thumbnail preview on the left or on the right, and then I can go through, and it merged all of the 3 documents into one. And so then, for whatever reason, if they're out of order, I can single click on one of the thumbnails over here on the left and then drag it around and change the order if I needed to. So just another way of doing that. And then once that's done, we can save it. To a folder, and I just did an application, and then I can say it's complete, and I can say this is my due diligence document, or however you want to term it, and it's going to upload as one. Now the other way that this can be accomplished, I know I'm kind of going a little fast here, is if you don't want to export it and download it locally. I have all 3 files selected. I can print. And it's going to load it as a preview. I can print it to PDF. And then save it on my desktop and then drag it in similarly to the way I did before. From here, the document would load and upload the same way that we indexed before. If you have any questions or would like to see a more personalized demo, feel free to let me know. I'd be happy to jump on a quick web-based call with you. Thank you.